freshest, you bitch. Weapons. So I just seen Weapons. Zach Cregger, directed by Zach Cregger, who also did the movie Barbarian. What else did he do? He was a writer on The Whitest Kids I Know, which was a sketch comedy movie. So this movie is about kids vanishing, 17 kids. So basically a whole third grade classroom, 17 out of 18 kids vanishing in this small town in Pennsylvania. These kids just at 2:31 in the morning, they all wake up and they just run. And everybody's Zoom camera catches it and they're just like, where the fuck did these kids go? This film, honestly, for me, was one of the best films, horror films, or just films in general in 2025 that I've seen all year. It was a great film, really good film. I mean, it doesn't get any better than Josh Brolin, right? Josh Brolin is one of my favorite actors. I actually read his memoir earlier this year. And Josh Brolin is one of the fathers of one of the third graders of the kids that disappears. And you have the teacher, okay? Her name escapes me. I didn't write any notes, but she was also an actress that was in Wolfman that came out earlier this year. She's also in a Fantastic Four film. I'm gonna put it at the bottom. Something Garner. But she was the teacher, the third grade teacher. And 17 out of 18 of her kids in her classroom just fucking disappear. Just in the middle of the night, they just wake up and run and disappear. If you're into horror films, especially about witchcraft, you'll dig this film. This film isn't so much scary to me. I mean, there are some jump scares, but it's more of the occult of things that, on the spooky side, right? So it just shows that witchcraft, you got to be and one of the central themes I kind of took from this film was you have to be careful who you allow into your home. You really do. Family or not, you got to be very careful who you allow into your home. All of us have distant relatives in our families and we don't know much about them. And we feel like, well, it's family, so we got to help them. That's all I'm going to say about that, right? You got to be careful who you allow into your home, right? Be very leery, family or not. This film, for me, you're going to see why, if you're into horror, you're going to see why I got a 96 on Rotten Tomatoes. 96%. It deserved that 96% because this film, honestly, for me, was my favorite film I've seen at the theater this year. It was, definitely. It wasn't so much on the jump scare side of the game, like I said, it was more on the creepy side of the game. Some of the things that people do to themselves, you got self-mutilation, that type of shit. I would give it, honestly, I just seen it an hour ago, I give it a 98, man. The director did an incredible job, Josh Brolin, come on. And then the female protagonist, like I said, she was in Ozarks. She was in a lot of shit, but she's a great actress. This film was amazing. So Zach Cregger, great horror director. And if you haven't seen Barbarian, you go check that out too. It had some turns in it I didn't expect. I think a lot of people that were watching in the theater, it was some gasps and all that type of shit. But that's what you need from a horror film. You need gasps. You need that type of shit. But definitely go check it out. The world's freshest, you